I do think that Lamar is unfairly criticized, and I think it's because we've never seen anything like Lamar Jackson.
First of all, yes, we have. Lamar Jackson isn't the first dual-threat quarterback. He may be a little bit faster than other dudes in the past, but we've seen Cam Newton, we've seen Steve Young, we've seen Michael Vick, we've seen Randall Cunningham, we've seen, hell, even John Elway when he first came into the league and bust on the scene. He was running the ball more than most QBs were during that period of time. We've seen dual-threat quarterbacks before. He's unfairly criticized because he's a two-time NFL MVP who was drafted in the first round, at the end of the first round, which means he was drafted to a pretty damn good team.
We've seen things that kind of look like Lamar Jackson.
We ain't never seen Lamar Jackson, be honest.
He's the only one.
I played with Vic, too.
Michael Vick. We've compared him to Michael Vick.
Shady, shut your goofy ass up, man. You play with Michael Vick in Philly, bruh. You did not play with prime Michael Vick in Atlanta that was leading this team to NFC Championship. Bro, shut up, man.
For better or for worse, depending on how you like his game, but he is one of the most unique players that we've ever seen in the history of the NFL, and particularly that position, that we have a very specific idea of what we want it to look like, even when the position sort of shifts, which it has.
This ain't about perception, Joy Taylor. This is about a guy that's a two-time NFL MVP that has a terrible, and I mean terrible, track history in the playoffs. Even in the games that he's won, he didn't play well for the quarterback position. He may have ran the ball well, but he didn't play well, and Lamar isn't impacting winning enough. We don't give a damn what it looked like. He can have 20 passing yards and 200 rushing yards. If he's winning, he gonna get his credit, bruh. He's not winning, but he's supposed to be the most valuable player in the entire league. Come on, man.
Lamar is still an outlier. We want quarterbacks to run more, right? We want them to be a little mobile, not too much, but a little bit every now and then.
Just enough.
Just enough. But Lamar does more of all of that. So he's a really unique player. It's very hard for people to wrap their brains around what it is. What should his numbers look like? How much do we consider his rushing yards and those numbers? Do we count those when we talk about his total statistics? Because obviously when we come to quarterbacks, all right, how many total throwing touchdowns did they have? Do we count rushing touchdowns?
Hold the hell up. I thought we were talking about playoff success. Y'all always say that you need to stop talking about statistics when bringing up Dak Prescott because it's about winning. Lamar is under the same damn microscope at this point. It should be about winning for him. Why are y'all trying to talk about statistics and use that as a way to explain away his playoff ineptitude?
We haven't really adjusted our brains to evaluate running quarterbacks yet.
How do they affect winning? We're talking about winning in the playoff. What? There is no way that Jugs McGee thought that she was going to be able to make this putrid take and think that no one was going to call her out on her BS. What are we talking about here? Lamar Jackson was a first-round pick. Lamar Jackson is a two-time MVP in the National Football League. One of those he 100% did not deserve. Yet Lamar Jackson has less playoff success than even Dak Prescott, the guy that you guys malign on this very same program for the very issues you're giving Lamar a pass for. Now, I don't know if your testicles are throwing off your equilibrium and it's shifting all of the rest of the remaining brain cells in your head to the front of your head, which is giving you this unbalanced ass take. But Lamar Jackson, he actually deserves all the scrutiny in the world, and he's not as unique as you're trying to make him out to be. You see, how you can fix your mouth to sit here and act like the Lamar Jackson is something we've never seen before is completely beyond me. There's numerous comparisons for what Lamar Jackson does on the football field, and I don't care. Just because his body is built a little bit different and his highlights look a little bit cooler, he's the same type of player as Michael Vick was, 100%. Now, granted, Lamar has been a better actual passer of the ball than Michael Vick was in his career, so I gotta give him credit for that, but we've seen these types of players. There's nothing that Lamar Jackson is doing that would make us be like, we don't know how to set the expectation for him. We know how to set the expectation. He's a two-time MVP who was a first-round draft pick. Your record in the playoffs shouldn't be 2-4, with the only wins coming against a depleted Tennessee Titans team that had no quarterback and still don't have a quarterback and the Houston Texans with a rookie C.J. Stroud, while you have the #1 defense essentially winning that game for you guys. Those are his only 2 wins, ladies and gentlemen. Even in his wins, Lamar Jackson wasn't the catalyst when it comes playoff time. I mean, just look at this game. They won 20-13 against the Titans. Lamar was 17 of 24 for 179 yards with 1 interception and a 74.8 passer rating. Of course, he ran the ball well because he plays running back better than he plays quarterback, but that's not the point. The point is, there's nothing about Lamar Jackson that we as fans are so confused about to the point where we don't understand how to evaluate what success is for him. His success is based off of his credentials. His credentials says he should have way more success in high pressure moments than he does. Again, he's 2-4. This isn't Dak Prescott. This isn't a 4th round quarterback that no one ever expected to be what he is. His highest accolade wasn't making a 2nd team All-Pro. Lamar Jackson is a 2-time NFL MVP. Oh, you betcha. His expectations 100% should exceed pretty much anybody else's in the league. Honestly, Lamar should have the most pressure on him out of any of the remaining quarterbacks. I'm talking about over Josh Allen, over Justin Herbert, over all these people, Joe Burrow, all these people, Dak Prescott. Lamar should have the most pressure on him based off his credentials. Could you imagine in any other sport, in any other time, you have a multiple-time MVP that performs this poorly in the playoffs? You know what Lamar Jackson is? Lamar Jackson is the James Harden of the NFL. That's what he is. And until further notice, that's what I'm going to refer to him as. And you know what Joy Taylor is? You know who Joy Taylor is? Joy Taylor is the Doris Burke of the sports talk media world. Every time she opens her mouth, it's a bunch of biased BS that comes spewing out of it like diarrhea, and I can't do anything but close my nose and hope that she finally shuts the hell up at some time so I don't have to be drowned by the stench of her foul takes. To me, this entire segment right here just exposes the major issues with this program as a whole. There's no consistency across the board. If they're not gobbling up the meats of the Eagles players or trying to discredit Dak Prescott, then everything else that comes from this specific platform is just a bunch of jargon. It's just a bunch of BS. And to be quite frank, it's kind of sad at this point. And Joy Taylor, you're setting women back in the sports media world. Because every time you open your mouth on this platform, you feed into the narrative of women shouldn't be talking ball. I'm just going to say that right now. No, I don't believe in that. But there's a lot of people out there that don't want to hear anything a woman has to say specifically about sports that they themselves could have never have played. Then you come up here and demonstrate your lack of actual understanding and knowledge of the very sport that you're talking about. We've seen players that come in the league and play the same style of football that Lamar Jackson plays. I don't care if he has a faster 40 time than those other dudes. They play a same style. Dual threat quarterback has been around for decades now. We have had Cam Newton, Lamar Jackson, Michael Vick. We've had countless, and I mean countless amounts of these dudes, even going back way into the 90s, bro. So stop acting like we can't criticize Lamar because we don't understand exactly the type of impact he should have on the game or the impact he should have on winning. What I do understand is you had a #1 defense that gave you every opportunity in the world to win that game against the Kansas City Chiefs, and you, Lamar, you did not come through for your team. What I do understand is you're a 2-time MVP that was drafted in the 1st round that had the best defense in the entire NFL all season long. And when finally asked, you couldn't carry your portion of the weight. So I don't give a damn what Commander Cleavage has to say about Lamar Jackson and whether or not he should be heavily criticized or whatever. The facts are, if we're going to heavily criticize someone like a Dak Prescott for being able to accomplish what he's accomplished, being drafted where he was, the expectations being set where they were for this guy, then we damn sure got to criticize Lamar Jackson. Either way, we steal them same old Cowboys, and I'll see y'all on the next one. Joy Taylor, you so trash.
Calling me, texting me, paging me, asking me, am I still them boys? Y'all usually check on me. Listen. I'm still them boys. Hey! Woo, shut up, my boy. Hey! I'm still them boys.